Good evening, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. We're back with more Shadows of Loathing. TKO Mike, hello. Welcome in. How are you? How's your day been? Congratulations, you are the winner of the Ask Kelly Gambit tonight with that first comment. Congrats, congrats. Mustache, how's it going? I saw the going live notif on Discord. I may have been sitting here for a few minutes waiting for when you went live. Aw. Yeah, that Discord I post and on Twitter is generally where I put my um going live notifications. But welcome in. How's your day been? It was good. How was your day? My day was okay. My massage therapist beat the shit out of me again. But it I know it's gonna help. Like it's already helping even if I'm a little bit sore right now. And I finished re-dyeing my hair, so we it was productive. um so tonight is probably not gonna be a super late stream. I am a little tired, but I wanted to pop live for a little bit because I'm most likely not going to stream tomorrow night. I've got like the late shift, like the where we stay a couple hours late to clean a little extra. So I'm not gonna be getting home until midnight, and I'm back in at 10:30 in the morning the next day. So I'm probably not gonna stream tomorrow just to try and give myself a chance to not be a zombie. And then what's today? Today is Monday. No day is going to be tomorrow. So Wednesday, because I have an earlier shift, I get home a little earlier and I have Thursday off. So I will most likely stream more Wednesday. Um, but yeah, just as a heads up there. As much as I don't like missing too many days, I know just based on how I'm feeling right now, I should probably give myself the night tomorrow after I get in. Um, that's probably just gonna be the best call for me. If you are not in my Discord, though, for anyone catching the VOD a little later, you should join it. There is the link in chat that Jeeves has just posted for us, as well as on my profile page on YouTube directly, there is an open invite to my Discord server. And I say this in addition to just come in and say hey and join the chaos. There is a poll currently live for what I will be playing next after Shadows over Loathing. Because I figured I would see what y'all wanted to see me play. The choices are Untitled Goose Game, Spirit Tea, Stardew Valley, A Hat in Time, and Stray. Currently, Stardew Valley and Spirit Tea are tied for first place with 5 votes apiece, but I figured I would throw it up to y'all, the viewers, to see what y'all wanted to see me play. The poll will be open until I finish Shadows over Loathing. Once I finish that playthrough, poll will be closed, and whichever game has the most votes will be what we play next. You are welcome to vote for more than one. Just hit the little react button if more than one game catches your fancy. For all 5 games, it's basically going to be blind playthroughs. I haven't played any of them, with the exception of maybe an hour of Stardew Valley that I played with a friend, but we didn't really get super far, so I'm still going to consider it a basically blind playthrough as well. But all I'm interested in all of the games, so like I'm gonna be happy with no matter what wins. And there are all games that I've really wanted to play, so I'm excited to see. So if you would like your voice heard, you should pop into the Discord and cast your vote. But since tonight is not gonna be a super, super late stream, I feel like we should get into it. We're gonna start things off on the right foot with a little bit of self-care. Y'all know the drill. Hydrate or hydrate, unshrimp those spines, and get a nice big stretch in because self-care is best care. For me, tonight's stream is sponsored, not sponsored, by good old-fashioned plain ice water. Nothing fancy tonight. I figured I'd shock the system a little bit and get some actual hydration. Hippie! Hi! Welcome in! How are you? How's your day been? I hope you're doing well. You got your affiliate email! Congratulations! Oh, that's amazing! I'm so excited for you. I became an affiliate just this past April, and it's so exciting. I'm so excited for you, Hippie. That's amazing. Congratulations. Alrighty. Let's get into it. So, we need to obtain a Glaxton valve in order to fix the pump at the lighthouse. I now need to get the proper setup. It's gonna be a struggle. Be a plain Jane for now. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. My setup is fairly simple. I only just started getting like overlays and all of that, and it's all been a work in process. My title cards before were just things that I drew in paint, just real jank, so you do what is best for you. And it doesn't have to happen all at once. It can be just like a piece at a time. West of Bread. Crass! How are you? How's your day been? Welcome in. I don't have bread presently, but I do still have a couple Timbits and a couple donuts left. You do the cool characters? Oh, like the little avatar? I only just started the little VTube character. She's my first little avatar, so we're gonna be nice. But I wanted to have like a face for everyone to kind of interact with without being directly on camera. Just I'm not super comfortable being on camera, so I figured this would be a happy little medium. But the software for it is completely free on Steam. It's called Animes. And there's some presets that you can use. Like they've got like a couple of little animals, a couple emojis. They've got a couple, huh? Oh my god! TKO Mike, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that. 2-month streak, let's go! But yeah, in Animes, there's some presets to go. There's a couple of animals. There's like cats, dogs. There's some emojis. There's I think a bunch of Team Fortress characters. But then there's also just like a creation tool in there where you can just create an avatar, and that's what I ended up doing. And it's really user friendly. Like I need things explained to me like I'm 5 sometimes. So I definitely recommend it if you're just looking to start out. I don't have a PC at the moment. I stream from my PS4 currently. Right on. I don't have PlayStation. I have I've got a Switch and I've got my laptop compy. I had 2 ramen. Dune got full. Ooh, what kind of ramen did you have? I like ramen. I'm a console streamer. Lazy life. Hey, it's not lazy. It's efficient and it's simple. And the less moving pieces you have, the less things will fuck up. The ramen kind. Girl, I get it in more hands on them than anything. Right on. Well, I'm so happy for you, Hippie Moon. That is fantastic that you got your affiliate email. Congratulations again. Okay, so where... What was in here? It's one of those time doors. Oh, he needs food because I don't want to fight him. Okay, we gotta go find some food. A beautiful flower stands in defiance of the reigning in of nature. It smells as good as it looks. I love spicy chicken ramen. I'm very grateful for all of you from Super. I've been wanting to see him live, but Obit had missed it today. He ended really early this morning, like it was between 5 and 6 a.m. when he ended. But no, Super is a fantastic human. He's so incredibly kind. He is one of the most infectiously positive humans I have ever encountered. And I'm so grateful to be part of the crew community with him. I don't have the moxie. That's fine. Okay, can I get food from you? No. Okay. His stream was great. I'm so glad that he had a wonderful birthday subathon. Can I get... I might have to bus back into town. In a thickly overgrown and essentially sunless part of the woods, you happen across two large and burly vampires. They seem pretty ticked off. They're growling menacingly, shoving each other around, and so forth. Some kind of spooky territory dispute? Or maybe one of them drank a tourist that the other was saving for a special occasion? The nature of their argument is unclear. What is clear is that these guys are very strong, and you'd better be pretty sure of yourself if you plan to do something before they notice you. No. I want to be a community like his someday. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is a wonderful goal to have. Dave the Emerald, hello! Welcome in! I did see you in Rinbo's chat earlier. How are you? How's your day been? Thank you for the follow earlier. we're not fighting. I surrender! Huh? What? I'm not gonna fight you, do your worst! The two vampires look at each other, shrug, and put aside their differences long enough to beat the crap out of you. You gain the effect wind knocked out of you. Oof. I mean, I guess it's better than getting fucking beat in the fight. So, what does wind knock out of me do? Effects. You do not recover AP during combat. Oh, that's not good. Stream Fortnite, and sometimes I get so absorbed into battle I forget to read my comments. It can be tricky keeping up. Getted gotted. I did get gotted. What are you selling? Got any chow? I have no money. Oh, I'm piss broke. Whoops. And thank you for the follow as well. So it's 3:43 a.m. and I'm still awake. That is quite late, my friend. I have chronic insomnia, so I absolutely understand. A faded sign by the side of the road reads, "History comes to life at the Sandwich Historical Village and Witch Trial Museum." Beneath that, in smaller print, it says, "But not in a spooky or dangerous way." Let's check it out. The village of Sandwich was home to a terrifying witch cult until all the inhabitants were convicted and executed in witch trials in 1692, and the village stood empty and uninhabited for hundreds of years. Come explore the town and learn more. This house was the residence of the Danforth family. Step inside to learn more. Shelves laden with identical jars of off-white stuff. The Danforth residence has been converted into a gift shop for your convenience. Why not take home a jar of the sandwich cream that was the village's chief export, besides witchcraft? Hecate is staring glumly at an empty dish. An elderly woman smiles from behind the counter. Wait, do I have anything worth selling so I can have at least a little bit of money? Oh. This place is a real crematorium. That's, This trough may have been used to bathe human sacrifices before the ceremony. We don't have evidence of that, but it seems possible. Putnam House, which partially burned down under extremely witchy circumstances. What? There's an antique rag doll on display here. This rag doll has a bunch of old pins and needles stuck into it, and for some reason has the word boring embroidered across the front. The little plaque on the front of the plinth says, witches frequently used special dolls, called poppets, to curse their enemies. This one was apparently made to target a Mrs. or Miss Boring, though no one of that name is listed in the town records. And then, in tiny text at the bottom of the plaque, the pins were not found with the poppet, but were added for demonstration purposes. Everything in this house was destroyed by the fire except these two objects, which were found concealed inside a metal box. This plinth has an old book on it. It appears to be someone's diary. Oh yeah, the little description on the front of the plinth says Diary of Delia Putnam, so that confirms that. Mostly, it doesn't look interesting enough to be worth deciphering the archaic handwriting and spelling, so you flip ahead to the last page. Mostly, it doesn't... 6th of March, 1692. Ugh, I hate that Peter Proctor so much. He thinks he can go around being as mean as he wants to everybody, just because he has lots of money and lives in a big house and all. I should have used a much stronger curse. It would have been worth the trouble. Begone, bot. The only bots allowed are my bots. I'm cheap, but not that cheap. No, wait, I want to talk to Dude Bro. The security guard is keeping a close eye on things in here, which honestly isn't very difficult since there's only two. Hi there. Hello. Welcome to the Putnam House. Please don't touch the exhibits. Excuse me, Sorry, ma'am. I just get paid to stand here and keep an eye on things. I don't actually know anything about the exhibits. Huh. We actually use this well for water, so please don't throw meat into it. Sandwich Church also served as an ersatz town hall, courtroom, racquetball court, and dark sorcery place. In 1692, the inhabitants of Sandwich were executed in the witch trials that were popular at the time, as evidenced by this old signpost announcing one such trial. The sign is written in rough black wax. Today is the trial of Patricia Williams, who stands accused. The rest of the sign is too weathered and decayed to read. An old and dilapidated church altar. There are some brown splotches on the corner that could possibly be bloodstains. The altar where the town's witches performed their horrifying sacrifices. Note the bloodstains. Nice gazebo. The sign reads, Sandwich Gazebo. Vagrants not welcome. That's not very friendly. Traces of strange plant matter in these tubs proved that they were used for brewing all kinds of horrible potions. The wealthy Proctor family owned the biggest and most conveniently toilet-adjacent house in the village. This chessboard has clearly been left out on display as an allegory for the battle between good and evil. Black is winning, representing a warning for all good-hearted people to be vigilant against the encroaching forces of darkness. These dried fronds are of no historical significance. This RS appears to depict several important ancestors of the Proctor family line, though due to the low resolution of embroidery used at the time, it's impossible to discern exactly who. It has been pointed out to us that this iris is unlikely to have been manufactured in the capital of Pas-de-Calais, Pas-de-Calais department of northern France, and therefore it is merely a sparkling tapestry. I'm toilet adjacent. I'm skibbity coated. Oh no. According to county records, these were the most expensive stairs in the county. They go up a full 1.5 floors. 1.5. A piece? The upstairs rooms are off limits while we catalog the contents. Please pardon our dust. Okay. This bedroom was traditionally given to the servants, as it was felt by the Proctors that it would be less of a tragedy if they got up in the middle of the night and fell down the stairwell. Mrs. Proctor's bedroom is especially off limits while we figure out how to deal with the strange mold we found behind the wallpaper. Mr. Proctor's bedroom, home to the county's most extensive collection of cravats. This was the bedroom of Peter Proctor, the only child of Nicholas and Abigail Proctor. This was the Proctor's spare room, where they kept spares of all the expensive things they owned. This room is not part of the tour and is also not part of the house. Excuse me? These stairs just keep going until they hit the wall. Seems like rich people have just always had weird taste. There's no plaque on this table. It must have always been boring. Sandwich boasted the county's very first tripartite outhouse. Please do not attempt to use it. It is very old. A more modern convenience has been provided for your modern convenience. Avail yourself. All 3 doors go to the same place. This facility has 3 sinks, and this is one of them. Oh, thank God. Okay. Cool. Fuck that effect. I love that we still get experience points for flushing toilets. Fantastic. Why did I get an urge to find a baking tray and slide down those stairs? That could have been fun. Or like a big mattress. This leads to a little cemetery behind the church. Peter Proctor, born 1680, died 1692. He was a duty head until the very end. Welcome to Sandwich Cemetery. Please be respectful of the graves. Also, check out how many of them were terrifying witches who were executed in the witch trials of 1692. Delia, 1692. Mary Ann Putnam, 1632 to 1688. The tombstone is covered in lichen. Yes. You tickle the grave lichen and collect its mournful giggles. You got Eldritch Mist. Joseph Putnam, 1690. This tombstone has weird symbols carved into it instead of ordinary symbols. Nicholas Proctor, born 1656, died 1886. What the heck? He lived to be 230 years old? That seems like bullshit and a half. Proctor, our town founder, 1582 to 1644. There's more space in that direction, but there aren't any more graves. A blonde flapper cracks her chewing gum, then gives you a sharky grin and a little wave. Hey there, kitty cat. You're Raine Twitch TV, right? Yep. Pleased to meet ya. I'm Molly. Molly Buttons, they call me. Charmed. So, how do you know my name? The boss sent me to lend you a hand, and to keep an eye on you. Savvy? What? Hey now, I put in my 2 weeks notice before I let Poughkeepsie fair and square. Huh? No, not that boss, Dora. The boss. The boss. You know? She glances over both shoulders, then hisses at you. The mob boss. Oh, that boss. Shh, I can't tell if you got a screw loose or if you're just funning with me. I like to keep people guessing. So, what, you're supposed to partner up with me? That's the deal, McNeil. And do what? What's a 20-something girl like you doing working for the mob anyway? Hey now, I ain't just a pretty face. She pulls a Tommy gun with a full-sized drum magazine from behind her back, gives it a flip in the air, and catches it with a mad glitter in her eyes. Holy jeez! Put that away before someone sees it! Cripes. You have to whisper, the boss, but you're perfectly fine with waving a machine gun around in public. So, are we teaming up or what? Yeah, why not? Welcome. Molly has joined you as a companion. Peachy. You want I should come with you right now, or cool my heels at the shittoon for a while? Hey, Gabby, mind waiting for me at the shittoon? Cool. Hit the bricks. Can I get food from you? No. Maybe at the boardwalk? You notice a pile of yellowish white grit in the middle of the road. You catch a whiff of it and identify it as muscle corn. Must have fallen off a truck and then been run over by a series of different trucks. It's powerful stuff. You shouldn't let it go to waste. Yeah. You carefully separate the corn from the asphalt. It's like separating wheat from chaff, but with a more modern spin on it. Powerful grit. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. I was hoping for snacks. You encounter a hobo who is sauntering down the sidewalk with a bindle over his shoulder, whistling a jaunty tune. Well, hey there, miss. Aren't you Raine? I'm Brian O'Reilly. Hi. How'd you know my name? Oh, we hobos are a tight-knit little community. When someone's been helping us out, word gets around. Well, that's nice. A little creepy, but nice on balance. Why don't you come visit our camp? We'd be glad to have you. Where is it? Well, you just head down 12th Street till you see the lot where the old hardware store used to be, and then you take a... You know what? This will be simpler if I just mark it on your map for you. Yes, please. He takes out a pencil stub and marks a cluster of little boxes on your map. Come by any old time. Sure. Got the Ocean City Hobo Camp. Bid him adieu. Damn it. Someone has set up a little lakeside refreshment stand here, although from its abandoned state, it doesn't look like there's been much refreshing going on in a while. Also, depending on when you get this random encounter, it might not be particularly near the lake. Maybe that's why. There's a meat-operated red cola cooler here, though, which still looks to be in working order. I'm good. You approach the guard again. He clutches his stomach and moans. You offer him the clam jerky. Oh wow, thank you. He greedily devours it. His stomach is still growling. You consider offering the guy something to eat, but you don't have anything else. Fuck! I don't want to fight him. Oh. As you're walking down one of Ocean City's residential streets on the way to where you're going, you hear eerie music coming from the upstairs window of a nearby house. Nearby? Okay. This seems like a pretty normal house in a pretty nice neighborhood, but there's something odd about it. I'm going to get into bed, but I'll leave a lurk. Well, thank you so much for the follow and for the lurk and for popping in, Dave. I hope that you are able to get some sleep and you get all rested and refreshed and good to go. Some sort of uncomfortable energy that makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up. Maybe it's something to do with that weird droning tone you hear coming from inside, like a pained, inhuman moan constantly rising in pitch. Yeah, maybe that's it. You knock, but hear no response, so you nose your way inside. That eerie sound is even louder in here. It seems to be coming from upstairs. Also, the owner's interior design sensibilities are a little strange. A bunch of books about music theory. Hey, there's one about jazz. Touching the shaky book makes your hands start shaking in a way that you're surprised to find is really cool. You got jazz hands. If you held onto it longer, you could probably get your hands shaking even more stylishly. It takes some effort, though. staircase leading up to where the sound is coming from. A tired-looking man is playing a cello. What? Who are you? Why are you in my house? Sorry for intruding, but I heard the music, and I guess I have an intrusive nature. My name's Raine Twitch TV. Well, I'm Ernst Zimmer. Forgive me for not stopping, but it is vital that I continue playing. What are you doing? There is a darkness beneath my house. Did you check the fuse box? No, It's probably that then. Listen to me. I had a dream, a premonition, of a dark rift appearing in my basement and growing until it swallowed the entire house, and then the neighborhood, and then the world. That's quite a dream. It was not just a dream. I went downstairs to check the basement, and there was indeed a rift. As of now, it is still small. I must keep playing this cello to prevent it from growing any larger. How does playing the cello help? The bass vibration reverberates downward and is focused by the circle of furniture downstairs. This resonance inhibits the rift. I don't really get it, but okay. Are you a physicist or something? No, I'm only a cellist. I cannot explain how I knew this would work. You mind if I take a look? Very well. I cannot blame you for wanting to see it with your own eyes. You will have to reach into my pocket and take the key to the basement for yourself, as I require both hands to play. Well, okay. Got the Zimmer basement key. Please do not get too close to the rift. Yay. There's some kind of black rift or portal or something on the floor. Maybe you shouldn't get too close to it. Well, it's your funeral, if there's any of you left to have a funeral with. On closer inspection, it seems like less of a rift and more of a pool of some thick black tar-like substance. Where did it come from? Investigate. The only thing nearby is a shelf of old basement junk. Check the bottom shelf. Nothing on this shelf except a few dusty old jam jars. Nothing on the second shelf except dust. Write your name in the dust. Congratulations on expressing your creativity in a way that nobody will ever know. Except for you. You'll know. Check the third shelf. This shelf has a box labeled Things. It's full of little screws, rubber bands, stuff like that. Looks like when Zimmer's kitchen junk drawer gets too full, he just dumps it in here. Since you're already looking, you sift through it for a second and find a fuse that looks like it's still good. Zimmer probably won't mind, or even know, if you pocket it. Check the top shelf. The top shelf has a few old tins of varnish and a big bucket of tar. As you watch, a drip of tar slowly leaks out of a hole in the bottom of the bucket and plops onto the ground below. Well, there you go. Mystery solved. Ernst Zimmer is still sawing away at his old cello. Still at it? Yes. You can stop now. It's Jake. Jake? What does that mean? Everything's fine. That black puddle in your basement isn't any kind of rift. You've just got a leaking bucket of tar on the shelf down there. Tar? Oh my goodness, that is mortifying. I've been such a fool. Hey, don't worry about it. It was a pretty spooky coincidence after all. Well, at least I can stop playing this cello. I'm exhausted. Yeah, just relax. Everything's fine. Uh-oh. Maybe convincing Zimmer to stop playing his cello wasn't such a good idea after all. What? Although I definitely can't fault your instincts, it might be a bad idea to leave without fixing whatever's going wrong in this place. No. I don't want to leave. Every one of these moldering books is titled Blood. It would appear that two ghosts are playing a very spirited game of chess. The day stand has become a nightstand. This chair is frighteningly non-right side up. This chair seems to be having a hard time remaining stationary. A viscous black sludge bubbles in the teapot. You love bubbling black sludge, apparently. Yikes. Oh, God. At least the plates had the courtesy to disappear entirely instead of leaving a pile of shards lying around. This table has slipped the surly bonds of the floor. Moths have eaten all of the contents and most of the container. This chair is whispering, "Sit in me." No. Please, Raine, sit in me. I don't think we know each other well enough for you to be asking me to sit in you. I said no. Sit in me. No. The chair rumps and goes silent. Okay. The chair isn't speaking to you ever again. You pull out a sheet. It's entitled All Arbeits and No Spiel Makes Ernst a Dull Boy. Oh, jeez. That sure is a dark rift in space over there, just like Zimmer was afraid of. Looks like the tar was just a coincidence. Unless it was magic shadow tar or something. It probably wasn't magic shadow tar. Well, nuts. That's a big hole in, well, here. You find yourself in an infinite black void, or, well, it looks like an infinite black void, but you have the uneasy feeling that your brain is only showing you an infinite black void because it doesn't want to try and process what this place actually looks like. It's a weird feeling. This creature is built more or less like a large muscular person. If you built a large muscular person out of some kind of writhing black ooze and or smoke and or just plain raw darkness. It has a fist-sized glowing crystal embedded in its chest, about where its sternum would be, and as you draw near, you can feel it radiating invisible waves of energy, kind of like heat coming off of a radiator, except also the opposite of that, and also not at all related to that. Look, incomprehensible forces are tricky to describe, okay? The creature shambles back and forth, waving its arms in a way that almost looks like it's dancing, or praying, or maybe just absent-mindedly flailing. It seems oblivious to your presence, although that will probably change pretty quickly if you try and interfere with it. Like, say, if you try to pry the glowing crystal out of its chest. The creature looks like it could rip you in half without even really trying, maybe without even really noticing. I don't have the muscle for it. A thrumming spike of nega energy. This is probably a bad idea. Hopefully this leads back to the basement and not, you know, anywhere else it might likely lead to. Like deep space or the middle of the sun or 10 feet below the basement drifter. Ernst Zimmer is looking pretty nervous about this whole situation. Hi, Ernst. Hello. I have bad news. What? What do you mean? Remember how I said everything was fine? I do remember that, yes. Are you telling me that you were incorrect? Let's just say that your house is incredibly haunted now. Ugh! I should not have trusted you. We are both fools. Did the rift open? Yeah. No, no. What are we going to do? But I don't have the muscle. Curious. The postmark date says 18 April 1906, even though Jessica said she mailed the letter only a couple of weeks ago. That's odd. Oh. You approach the shambling shadow beast, which is continuing to shamble. The crystal in its chest sparkles importantly at you. The creature looks extremely weak, almost docile. You make a quick grab for the crystal, but it's firmly lodged in the creature's chest. The creature howls, and its long, spindly arms flail ineffectually as you, barely cognizant of your actions, plunge your hands into murky flesh, fingers questing through lukewarm tar until they find ribs, gritting your teeth, forcing open the cage, creaking, cracking, snapping like dry branches. You grab your prize and tear it free of the muck. The creature evaporates in a sigh of smoke. The crystal is both warm and cold in your hand, and has a slight buzzing vibration to it. Yes, something tells you that this crystal is very important, as well as being really shiny and pretty. It occurs to you that taking that weird crystal out of here might be a bad idea. On the other hand, it's yours now, and you'd prefer to keep it. I don't know. Shit. That seems ominous. You pull a hammer out of your inventory, or if you don't actually have a hammer, whatever object would be the most hammer adjacent, and give the crystal a solid whack. It makes a sound like a baby being torn in half and bursts into glittering shards that shoot off into the darkness. Immediately you feel, well, I was gonna say a massive earthquake, but since you aren't standing on the ground, you wouldn't feel that. It's more of an everything quake. You should probably get out of here. You dive back through the rift just before it collapses / vanishes / heals. Thankfully, you find yourself back in Ernst Zimmer's basement and not some kind of horrible between dimensions purgatory. You run up the stairs to tell Ernst the good news. Hi, Ernst. Hello. I fixed it. I closed the rift. You did? That's wonderful. I owe you my life, and probably also my house's life. Here, take this cello. I have no further need of it, and to be quite frank with you, the thought of ever playing it again only pains me. Oh, hey, you mind if we take a detour? I got a letter to mail to my baby, and I think there's a mailbox down the other end of the street. You have a kid? Not a literal baby, dummy. Come on, that's hardly even slang for crying out loud. Kidding, kidding. There's a mailbox here with a guy sitting on top of it. The guy reaches down from his perch to shake your hand. Hi, I'm Marvin. Hi, Marvin. I'm Raine. What are you doing up there? A stunt. A stunt? It doesn't seem particularly stunty. You're just sitting there. Yeah, but I've been sitting here for... He looks at his watch. 7 months, 15 days, 9 hours, and 41 minutes. Why? Why? It's a stunt. Okay, but are you protesting something or trying to attract attention to some kind of cause? Nope. Do you have money riding on this? Is it a bet for a contest? Nope. I feel like you don't really get the concept of a stunt. I suppose not. Say, would you mind helping me out with something? What's up? I've mainly been eating snackle cakes while I've been up here, and I'm out. Can you go grab some more for me? Snackle cakes? Ugh, are you serious? I'll admit they're an acquired taste. And I guess nobody other than you wanted to acquire the taste of powdered milk mixed with sawdust and the nails still in it, because Snackle Mills went out of business years ago. Yeah, but the shelf life on those things is incredible. It's what makes them so good for stunt rations. I got my supply from Hiram's Grocery down the street. Could you go pick up some more? Yeah, alright. A young man wearing a flour-dusted apron swaggers up to you with a loaf of French bread on his shoulder and an arrogant sneer on his face. Hey lady, this is doughboy territory. If you want to walk down this street, you gotta pay the toll. What's the toll? 5 meat. I don't have 5 meat. Too bad for you then, chump. Guess I'll just have to take it out of your hide. Mm-mm. Heh. You won. Looks like that guy is toast. Ooh. That's helpful. Hmm. The store is not excited about the idea of you going through it. Yank 'em off. Twin lip balm. Fuck. This register is empty unless you know someone who accepts mouse droppings as currency. You find an old invoice for a shipment from the Snackle Mills factory, which is marked as never having arrived. The factory's address is listed. Cool. I got a single shoe. A bored-looking hobo lounges against the wall of the decrepit building. Hi there. Hey, hello there. I'm Raine. Samuel. Please to Samuel? I'm looking for Hiram's grocery. Is this it? Was. I'm out of business. When? Oh, have you been standing here that whole time? What are you doing here? Just waiting for... Waiting for what? You're looking for work? Yeah, just... I don't think you're gonna find any work here, though. This store is pretty thoroughly closed. I don't think you're gonna find any work. Figured another store... Doesn't look like another store is gonna open here anytime soon. Here, maybe you can take a cab to a different store or something. Well, thank him for calling. He tips his hat to you and whistles for a passing cab. Good luck. On your way to wherever, you run into a cool guy wearing some cool sunglasses, strutting down the avenue. Hey, baby, what's happening? Hi. I can see you dig the shades. You've got some good taste. What? You like my sunglasses. Oh, gotcha. I don't think anyone calls them shades for at least another 20 years, though. I pride myself on being on the cutting edge. He flips open his coat, showing you rows of sunglasses inside. Care to buy yourself a pair? For you, only 25 meat. Alright. Sure, it's a deal. Now that's what I like to hear. He takes your meat and expertly selects the best pair of sunglasses for you from the lining of his coat. Looking good, baby. Nice doing business with you. And that's the last of the cash I needed to square things up with Miss Brewster, so thanks for that, baby. Who's Mrs. Brewster? She's the lady that runs the boarding house me and the other traveling salesmen stay at when we're in town. She's strict, but it's a nice place. Check it out sometime. He takes your meat, indeed. This case is laden with crates of snackle cakes, the worst snack food ever developed. A case. It looks like the abandoned factory has been occupied by one of Ocean City's various gangs of street hoodlums, namely the Doughboys. They're hanging out here in their leather jackets and white aprons, bragging about their sourdough starters and using rude words like focaccia and son of a brioche. Or they were, until you made that huge racket getting in here. Now they're staring knives at you and also pointing knives at you, and they're bread knives, which are serrated, so you really don't want to get stabbed with one. The Doughboys are clearly less aggressive than other street gangs in that they're glaring at you and muttering angrily to each other instead of already having attacked you. However, it's also clear that you aren't getting past them without a fight. How dare you! Gotta take these guys out, because they're just gonna end up healing all the gangster. You won. They should call you Too Much Soup because you just spoiled those cooks. Okay. What? This must be the boss's office since it's the only office. Hey, shouts one of the remaining doughboys. Get away from that door, you muffin forker. What? It's a little strange that this group of doughboys didn't immediately attack you when you were roughing up the other group of them. Maybe they don't like each other very much. You left those doughboys in the dust. Dirt'll grow stronger. I think it's flour. You painstakingly collect the least stale grains of flour from each bag and make one bag of good flour, mana-enriched flour. The leader of the doughboys, identifiable by the fact that he has a greasier hat and more rivets on his jacket than the other doughboys, if not by the fact that he's in the manager's office, doesn't notice you when you enter. He appears to be focused on several large piles of wet bread dough lying on the ground around him. The boss doughboy has not taken notice of you yet, but he's probably not so dense that you can get any closer to him before he does. Awful. What the? Who the heck are you? Hi, I'm Raine Twitch TV, and you are? He scowls angrily, trying to decide between yelling at you to get out or bragging about himself. I'm Ross Doughman Shibata, the best baker in this city. Nice to meet you. Get out! What are you doing with all these piles of dough? Not that it's any business of yours, but I'm perfecting my recipe for bread golems. Soon I'm gonna be running this town. Oh yeah? You and what army? Me and an army of bread golems. Were you not listening? Yeah, I probably shouldn't let you get away with this. You'll be lucky to get away with all your arms and legs. Rise, my minions! Rise! He waves his arms wildly, and the bread dough around him congeals into 2 large bread golems. Uh-oh. Ooh. That'll do. You won. Looks like those golems were only half-baked. I got Ciabatta's pants. Huh. The boss's desk. Rifle through it. You pilfer everything of value from the Doman's desk. 64 meat and dough baby recipe. This is a recipe for one of those little dough glob familiars the doughboys have. It calls for 3 cups of mana-enriched flour mixed up with something called sandwich cream and baked in an arcane oven. On the side of a discarded hot dog in the gutter, you notice a rare form of lichen. Sure. You squeeze the good grease out of the lichen while carefully avoiding the bad grease from the old hot dog. Sordid grease. Oh god. Any luck getting those snackle cakes? I'm really jonesing for whatever it is they used for frosting. Yeah, I found some. Thanks a million. Here, take some meat for the cakes, and I'll also give you some sitting tips. Alright, Marvin, sitting tips. Oh, oh, it boosts my moxie. Cool, 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 cool. Oh. Oh. But I thought you needed to mail something. Who's there? Raine. Raine who? Raine Twitch TV. Sorry. Oh, fine. Whatever. Meh. Okay. Well, now that I have money. Okay. 2 goblins wearing shorts with suspenders and carrying, you know, those things, those marching band things? They're like an upright harp, except instead of strings they have metal xylophone bars. Those things. Anyway, these goblins are carrying those, and they interrupt you. Hi, hello. Hi. Hi, what's up? You are intruding on the territory of the Glockens Inn. Am I? I don't know what a Glocken is. We are Glockens, we both. We are the toughest all street gangs in Ocean City. What do you think about it? I guess you do look pretty tough. That's true, we do it. Your, xylophones are pretty cool, too. What? Xylophones? These are glockenspiels that we have. Oh, glockens. I get it now. I am so outraged over you. I think we shall do a mugging. How the fuck did I... Is the tentacle mine? You won. That'll teach those goblins to do whatever they were doing. Whatever they thought they were doing. Glockenhausen. Okay. Is it just gonna repeat over and over again? It's a Viker who seems agitated about something. Hello there. Oh no, oh no. What am I going to do? I was going to ask if everything's okay, but plainly not. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there. Services are cancelled for the moment. Do you need help? One of the urns has been stolen from our catacombs. Stolen? This tiny cathedral has catacombs? Ring out. Well, it sounds nicer than basement. Are they particularly important ashes? A saint or someone? Oh my goodness, we wouldn't keep the relics of a saint in a little cathedral like this. Our urns are just the ashes of former Vikers and community leaders and so on, but they're all important in their own way, and the bishop is due to arrive for an inspection soon. Funny how bishops always seem to be just about to arrive for an inspection somewhere. What? I'll look into it for you. Oh, thank you so much. Here, I'll unlock the doors so you can have a look. Mind your step on the way down, please. Those stairs are old and steep. Spare urns. The last three visitors were Donk Hofferby, visiting from Saskatoon. Well, that seems like a dead end. And they sure have some weird names up in Canada. Canada? Charles Wallace, 111 Plunkett Street. That's the address of the antique store. You'll have to ask Charles about that the next time you see him. Captain Augustus Dirch, 23 Kerwin Avenue. This one might be worth following up on. You sign your name and address after all the others. Nice. I keep getting sidetracked. Damn it. You come across a wall with a joke scrawled on it. It's only sort of ribald. Make it more ribald. You increase the ribaldity of the joke, and in doing so, increase the ambient ribaldity of the surrounding area. Sure. You do potions. I don't need potions. I need food. Oh, I sold them to this guy. As the two of you are walking, Molly suddenly stops and gestures at a nearby gun shop. Oh, hey, I know this bulldogger. Hang on a second. You want to go shopping? Nah, I just want to get my typewriter a quick tune-up. This site on it's kinda hinky. Cut yourself a piece of cake and I'll be right back. You don't see any cake around here, disappointingly, but Molly returns presently with a freshly polished Tommy gun and a cheerful grin. Now we're hitting all sixes. Come on, kitty, let's get a wiggle on. And I thought Gabby was hard to understand. A squirrel chatters angrily at you from a nearby hollow tree, presumably trying to scare you away from its stash? A real tactical mistake on its part, since now you know where its stash is. It scampers away as you peer into the hole. You find not just the expected nuts, but also several wallets? Has this squirrel been mugging hikers? Maybe you should get out of here before it comes back with a knife. Oh god. Oh, yay, okay. The brick outhouse is extremely well constructed. Flush it! Yeah! Perfect. You see a familiar looking person heading towards you on the path. As they get nearer, you realize that the reason she looks so familiar is because she looks exactly like you. Hi. Are you a clone, or is this a time paradox, or what? Turns out it's a time paradox, I guess. Wow, crazy. I agree. High five. The two of you, literally speaking, exchange a friendly high five. Wish your luck. Oh, I should get going. Yeah, me too. Good luck. Yeah, me too. Huh? Oh, I'll have to remember that one. You did. I got the valve. Did you install it? No, I have it right here. Won't do as much good in your hands like that. Go hook it up to the pump outside. Fortunately, the place where it slots in is clearly labeled. Hi. Hello. I installed the valve. Yeah. I've been watching the water level through the window here. Should be dry enough for our purposes now. Come on upstairs. He disappears through the door behind him. Most lighthouses have a somewhat bigger lamp. A spare of 60-watt bulbs. Well, here we are. Welcome to where the magic happens. Magic? Sure, Fiat Lux. Old lighthouse keeper joke. So, can I have the compass now? What? No, certainly not. I need that. But you asked if I had an old compass, and I said I did, and that I'd show it to you. Never said nothing about giving it to you. Oh, well, I really need it. So do I. I gotta calibrate this lamp to the North Star every so often, and I need a good compass to show me which one is the north one. What if I can get you a new one? Nope, I said a good one. The new ones ain't any use at all. Why not? 'Cause of how they changed them. What, they changed the compasses? They didn't teach you that in school? Folks got short memories, and it was only around about the turn of the century. Some Atlas company bought the patent on West and rebranded it as New North. Then they did a recall on all the compasses and issued new ones. They all point west now, and that's useless for my purposes. Okay, well, how about I find you another old one then? If you can find another pre-New North compass in at least as good a condition as mine, then sure, I'll swap you. Don't really get what the point of that would be, though, since you'd already have one. It's a long story. Never mind then. Here, maybe this'll help you. Most of the old compasses got radium paint on the dials, so you can read them at night. This old Geiger counter ought to be able to pick up the radiation from that. Okay, where should I start? Well, most folks consider the old kind of compass to be trash nowadays, and if I was trash, I'd probably be at the old junkyard. Alright. You only use 60-watt bulbs? Don't need much, ain't that big a lake. You see a building through a gap in the trees and pause to investigate. There's a large sign painted on the side of the building that says Quality Spirits, so presumably it's either a distillery or a ghost farm. Whatever it used to be, it's border wreck now. Let's check it out. That's a vampire. It has been a second, so I think it's time for a quick little self-care break. Ha ha ha. Excellent. Y'all know the drill. Hydrate or dihydrate, untrimmed those spines and get a nice big stretch in because self-care is best care. Okay. Self-destruct break. Smart ass. A spooky-looking lady is guarding the front of the old distillery. She glares at you as you approach, her eyes flashing blood red. Blood red. Begone from this place. You have no business here. No, not really. No, I'm just the curious sort. How'd you make your eyes do that? Do what? Also, I like your not quite Romanian accent. Thank you? And with those huge vampire fangs. What's with those huge vampire? Blam 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 blam. What's with those huge vampire fangs, though? Wait a minute. Are you a vampire? I feel like if I said no, you'd actually believe me. Well, not anymore. Okay, then, yes, I am a vampire. Gosh. Oh, I need bamboozle. Leaves this place at once, or the consequences will be most dire. Oh, come on, don't be like that. What's eating you? If you do not leave, the question will be, what is eating you? And the answer will be, me. That was pretty good. Yeah, you really set me up as that one. Alright, we'll leave for now. I need bamboozle. A cheeky squirrel challenges you to a race. It's a difficult course involving several jumps and climbs. No. This hobo was trying to wrestle a stove out of a pile of trash. Howdy, I'm Beanie. Hi, Beanie, I'm Raine. What are you up to? I'm trying to get this stove so I can haul it back to our hobo camp outside of Ocean City. Oh, you know about the camp? Yep, I'll be cooking up a mess of beans once I get this stove back there, let me tell you. Do I have... What's my muscle at? My muscle is at 3. Can I bump it up by 2? No. Okay. This opening leads to an underground labyrinth of filth. Unfortunately, your Geiger counter is ticking faintly, so you're probably going to have to go in there. I hope you aren't wearing your favorite... anything. It turns out that this garbage dump is much deeper and older than it initially appeared. Huge rooms and tunnels have been carved out of the trash, like the worst archaeological dig imaginable. Weirdly, it seems like the trash caves are home to a swarm of large, beautifully colored butterflies? You move toward them slowly so to not startle them, and as you get closer you realize that instead of having regular insect bodies, they're little people. Fairies! Wow. Hello there. Hello. Gosh, you're really beautiful. You're beautiful. That sounded just like my voice. Are you guys mimics? That's real cute. Ah! It's on my face! No, not my eyes! Ah! What? Ow! What the hell? You swat away a fairy that had fluttered up next to you and attempted to stab you in the neck with a rusty needle. Hell! Okay, I'll just be on my way. Look out, Jim! That one's got a gun! Indeed, another fairy is approaching, lugging a full-sized, snub-nosed revolver in its little arms. Hello, beautiful. What? Do you mind? You won. Your reward is getting to explore further in a literal garbage tunnel. Oh, okay, don't pout. You can have some loot too. Fairy skull 1, fairy dust 1, core. Dirtle, the turtle grows stronger. Shit. A foot from a big statue. That's how far you are away from this and what it is. Holy dang, somebody threw away a perfectly good cow skull. These are rare as heck considering that there haven't been any cows in this country for more than 30 years. The Geiger counter is really going nuts. This must be the spot. Just beneath the surface, your shovel strikes the top of a crate. The Geiger counter continues its irritating clickery. You give the top of the old crate a mighty stomp and end up ankle deep in compasses. It's better than being ass deep in compankles. That's what you always say. Anyways, enough jokes. You grab the least ruined looking compass. You also breathe a sigh of relief as you turn off that annoying Geiger counter. On the side of the dirt road you're walking down, you see a patch of blood moss growing on a bone tree. Okay, it's not a bone tree, it's just a normal dead tree. I just thought it would sound cooler if I said it was a bone tree. Cool. Hello again. You find that old compass you were looking for? I sure did. Here, what do you think? Could use a polish, but it seems to be in good condition. Alright, I'll swap you. Let me get that old Geiger counter back from you too. Cursed compass. Yep, no problem. Get along now. I got a lot of important nothing to take care of. What's up, Charles? Got something you might find handy. I finally found the time to check out this door behind me, and turns out there was an old bricked up passageway back there. It leads right to the Shittoon. Well, that's pretty convenient. Thanks, Charles. Hey, don't mention it, kiddo. That's convenient. You check the message pad next to the phone. There's a note for you. Call Dawn T with a phone number. You dial the number. Salutations. Whom is telephoning, might I inquire? Hi, Dawn. It's me, Raine. Ah, you recipientated my missive. Commendable. Yeah. What's up? There is an assignment of which I require your performation. An assignment? Were I the comedic sort, I might refer to it as an undertaking. Well, I'm glad you aren't the comedic sort. Yeesh. I just cleaned my daily driver controller. Daily driver controller? There is an antiquated distillery near Crystal Dream Lake, Grandpa Joe's distillery to be precocious. It was abandoned when Prohibitioning began, albeit with its liquor manufacturing equipment intact. A group of contrapositive to our own has claimed it as their territory, and we wish these bloodsuckers to be evicticated with extreme prejudice. As in the one I use the most. Ah, I see. So you want me to give the bum's rush to a bunch of rival mob goons. There is no underground criminal organization that rivals our own in this vicinity. When I say bloodsuckers, it is my intentioning that you will observe in that phraseology a high degree of literalness. The group to which I reference are Nosferatu. You mean actual vampires? Affirmative. They have been a pain in our necks for quite an extensive period of time. Oh, I appear to have inadvertently voiced another witticism. Okay, well, I think I know what distillery you mean. I've been out that way before. Very convenient. In that circumstance, you will only require the combination for the lock. Let me guess. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? Certainly not. Kindly allow us the credit for a modicum of operational securitizing? We selected the most unassailable combination possible. 9999. Okay then. Thanks, Calliope. Got the compass. Oh good, not too much of an ordeal, I hope. Could have been worse, I guess. There were some horrible fairies. What? No, don't tell me. Just uncurse that thing and then get some rest. Okay. I think the next artifact is a book. I'll have the location narrowed down by morning. Sounds good. You sit in the chair, which is surprisingly comfortable, and pulled the weird metal dome down over your head. What would you like to uncurse today? With the compass. You sit with the compass in both hands as the machine whirs and whines and shakes around you. The machine, you feel, is frustrated. Some internal mechanism is swinging wildly, frantically. Then, crack! It figures out whatever it needed to, and there is no more curse. Not in the compass, not anymore. It still points to Old North, though, so it's practically useless. The compass curse is now transfixed in the uncursing machine. Dare you project your consciousness inside? I do. This is madness. That foolhardy coach is gonna get us all killed. Like him or not, he is our coach. We ought to listen to what he has to say. People say not to change horses in midstream, but what if the horse is trying to get you bashed in the head with a baseball? That's a horse worth changing. And trust me, I know from horses. I saw one once. What do you think we ought to do? Let's get out of here. Go home. Don't you think things were just fine the way they were? Why are we doing this? You mean playing baseball? He looks at you dead in the eye and manages a nervy chuckle. Yeah, that's right, kid. I'm disgusted that it's come to this. We all know you're the weak link on the team. Some would say the team accountant shouldn't even be allowed on the field. But you tell me, did all my years of including you in team lunches and burpees make you into a baseball player? Nah, coach, I'm an accountant. That's all I'll ever be. Ah, that's crap. That's basebalder-dash. Your destiny's out there on the diamond, son. Go hit it into the parking lot. Say, coach, why you wear that funny-looking hat? Nothing funny about it, son. It's a cloche. The coach's cloche. It's traditional. Gee, coach, you think Maribel will ever marry me? I can't answer that, son. All I can tell you is that Maribel has married every World Series MVP since the series was first contested in 1903. You work out the rest. There's no talking to baseball, son. Get out there. What's with these compasses, coach? My swing won't connect with them. I know it must be overwhelming. All I can tell you is to stay calm and remember that in baseball, it's all about what you do hit. Why is the other team getting points when I swing? It's baseball, son. If the other team ever feels physically intimidated, that's an automatic 5-point penalty. Then how am I supposed to win at all? Quit gabbing and get it back out there. Don't you know leaving the field to talk to the coach is a 10-point penalty? Son, my number one boy. You did it. You son of a gun. You won the whole damn game. Did I really do good, coach? Look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. That's the whole ball game. That's one for the accountants. Now get over here, champ, and pucker up, because here comes the coach's big sniff. What? Funny, the compass feels extremely reassuring now that it's back to being an ordinary little thing in your hand and not something hurled at your head in oversized ghostly form from every cardinal direction. It glows faintly. To think you were ever scared of a little old compass. Charles flags you down. I got some applicants for the new storefront I fixed up over there on the other side of the Cola Wars surplus store. Got a second to pick one? The first applicant is Rodkin's Fine Jewelry. A jewelry store could really class up Old Plunkett Street. The second is 10 Things I Hat About You. A hat store, I presume. Terrible name. And the last applicant is Le Table Enchantée. It sounds like a high-end kitchen store, magical utensils and the like. Let's go with the jeweler. Okay, I'll get him moved in and get the next storefront ready for applicants. You hang the cow skull over your desk. If anybody asks, I'll tell them you killed the cow yourself. This bed represents your growing mistrust of your bed. It's the Museum of Skulls, obviously. Wait a minute. One of these skulls is yours, and it's missing its teeth. You put the teeth back in your skull. It tries to thank you, but you have no tongue. A strange conversation is taking place here. The woman scowls at you. You'd better have some good news for me, Terrence. Hog futures are up 10 points? Everything is in order, Madam President. Good. The dam project is complete? It's running at maximum capacity, ma'am. You'll have all the electricity you need. And what about the interloper? Oh, she means me. My research proceeds apace. Surveillance has indicated that her last name is Twitch TV. Her mother is Mr. Morris's sister. The president's frown deepens. Any relative of Murray Morris is an enemy of ours. Find her and get her out of the picture. Of course, Madam President. Both Terrence and the president wink out of existence with an ominous sounding pop. You're ready for this dream to be over. Alrighty. On that note, this is probably going to be a good pausing place for tonight. Just it's we're a little bit past midnight, which I know isn't super late for me, but I want to try and reset my sleep schedule a little bit. Let's see if there is anyone we can raid out to. If y'all don't mind sticking around just a couple of extra minutes. Oh, you know what? It looks like the No Pants Ninja is currently playing some Dead by Daylight. They're super nice. They are a sweetheart and a half, and they're quite hilarious. So I feel like that's a good raid target for the night. If y'all don't mind sticking around, so we can show a little love to a fellow streamer. Streamers supporting streamers and such. Okay. So as I said, I'm probably not going to be streaming tomorrow night. Just I've got oh, that didn't work. Damn it. Oh well. We'll try again another night. Just I've got a later shift and a morning shift the day after, so it's probably in my best interest to not stream tomorrow night and pick this back up Wednesday. Today's Monday. Yep, Wednesday night. Yeah, Wednesday night is probably going to be when I go live again next. But if you would like to stay updated on when I will be live again, in addition to making sure your Twitch notifications are on for my channel, you can join my Discord. There is a link to an open invite to the server in my Twitch profile page. Jeeves has thrown that link in chat for us, and if you are catching the VOD on YouTube, there is a link to the server in my profile page on YouTube as well. Come say hey and join the chaos. I will be posting the VOD of this stream to YouTube over the next day or so. We're going to shoot a quick prayer to the internet gods. Glory to them, hallowed are their names. There is a playlist of this playthrough of Shadows Over Loathing already set up under just the Kingdom of Loathing games. So West of Loathing and Kingdom of Loathing are going to be in the same playlist. You can catch up on anything that you've missed if you feel so inclined. I have also been told that my streams are a great sleep aid for all of my fellow insomniac baddies out there, so there's that as well. The link to my YouTube channel can also be found in my Twitch bio. But thank you so much for watching and for hanging out with me. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, afternoon, evening, whatever it may be, wherever you are.